Hello YouTube, this is Crypto Mark on this Good Friday edition of Crypto Analysis. Now, while this video might contradict myself previously, this is now my stance on cryptos and Bitcoin at the moment. The price of Bitcoin is currently 5,248, according to Bitstamp, which is an exchange which I do trust and I think is reliable. Now, yes, I do admit that I am wrong when I said that we were going to go down to 1,000 as of recently. My target has not changed, since I believe this is very possible to be a bull trap, which is when the price goes up, but it is actually a trap and the price does end up going back down. Now, I do believe that a previous bear market we could be in is possibly the one which happened in 2013. And while I do not believe we are directly in one of these ranges, I do believe that where the bottom is where we may see the bottom as well. This is not a certainty, but only a prediction. And since I believe the price will go to $100,000 this year, and I think it's definitely possible that this chart is what we're going to see this year in the latter part of 2019. Now, the price hit $1,000 or $1,100 before 2014. Now, if this is what we're about to see happen in order for $100,000 to occur, then I do think it's possible to see possibly us bottoming out anywhere from next month to about August. And I will say it's very unlikely to see a $100,000 this year if we do not bottom before August or September. And yes, I do believe that this next bull run will occur in a massive crash, as the price usually does, but that's nothing to be pessimistic about, since there is money to be made on the next bull run. Now, if we do bottom out in possibly July, as we did before, then it is possible we may be around maybe this range or this range. Now, if we did break 5k, and then possibly let's say for our instance, in our situation, 4 or 3k, we go down to 3 or 2k, and people assume the bottom's in. But as to every market, the market bottoms when the market bottoms, not when people think it's going to bottom. Now, I'm sure people thought that maybe $80 was the bottom, but it was actually, it wicked down to 53, but it closed at 68. And I'm not sure if this will happen, but if we had to make an assumption of where we are according to another bear market, then I would not be surprised if this is in the vicinity of where we may be. Now, let's just say that we do bottom at $1,000. Then this spike, which happens after a capitulation, is definitely possible. And I would not be surprised if that happened this year. But once buying volume increased severely. We then saw a parabolic run to $1,100. I definitely think it's possible for this to happen. It may seem absolutely ludicrous and insane, absolutely unimaginable for this to happen, but it has happened before, and more than once. Therefore, I do think it's possible for this to happen again. Now, going overseas and going and thinking about other countries, a site called localbitcoins.com, which is a service which allows people to anonymously buy Bitcoin through various methods, including credit cards and debit card, MoneyGram, and PayPal, all other sorts of financial institutions, without going through an actual exchange. Now, this website has hit record volume trading in countries within Latin America, including Venezuela, for example. Now, just imagine what's going to happen if by chance one of those countries says that Bitcoin is their official currency. Although it seems unlikely that that will happen, what happens if it does happen? It won't just go up 10% or 30%. It's likely to see the price double on the news. Now, since the price is extremely low at the moment, but it can go lower, I just think that it's a good buy right now. And yes, you can get 5 times the amount of Bitcoin for your money if it goes down to $1,000. But by no means this is a bad time to buy. By no means. Also, the price right now and the volume is quite high. But how much of it's real? Well, if we want to see how much of it's real, excluding exchanges which provide fake volume, we should go to a website called openmarketcap.com. And the volume as of this website, shows us that there is record low volume. Maybe not record low volume, but definitely low volume. If we look at it, when we were at around 6,000, yes, the volume spiked up, but we're now approaching even lower volume. So while many people have the illusion that the volume is quite high, in fact it's pretty low, because exchanges do provide fake volume, some of them, not all of them, but some of them. Now, if we look at this, we might determine that yes, there actually might be, the price actually might be going up, but this is an upwards channel. And what happens when there is a severe break of that channel? It often tanks and goes down in price. I'm talking about the price here now. Now the price is currently going in a upwards momentum, but as of technical analysis and chart patterns, once it breaks this channel, it tends to crash severely, and possibly the length of this candle, which started this kind of uptrend. Now, I do think it's possible to go a little further. However, I do not think it's possible, while it is possible, I don't think so, that it's possible for it to go above $6,000. Now, it may, now I might be wrong again, but I think it's highly unlikely for us to push that $6,000 boundary before going down. Now, this indicator, the Network volume to transactions, or network value. I think it's, network value to transactions, has indicated pretty much all the major tops and bottoms of the market. When it indicates that it might be a good time to sell according to the network value of a transaction, then we see red. And vice versa when it's a good time to buy. Now, what happened when we formed a red box? This was indicating that it was perhaps a more extreme indication of giving you a selling warning. This happened at $60,000. So what was happening? Once this grey line went below the orange moving average, which is the 13-day moving average, we crashed about 50% in about a month. Now, what happens when this starts to go down again? A crash is likely to happen, yes? Of course it is. Is it possible that it will not do it? Of course as well. But what happens when we hit this green area? Well, what's happened every time since it's done that? It's gone up. Maybe not directly up, but it's gone up. Now, what happens if we say that this area is the equivalent of what might happen this year, or even now? That red box will go to about June-ish, about the end of June. Now, the price historically either bottoms or tops on the 15th of a given month. It is possible that it was a bit before or a bit later. For example, when it hit $20,000, it hit 17 December 2017. That was $20,000 when it hit that price. But that is just when it's possible for the price to bottom. So if we had to make an assumption on the 15th of maybe June, I'm not saying it will hit that $1,000 on 15th of June. It may, but I'm not sure. It could. It's entirely possible, but who knows? Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like this video, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Have a great day, and peace.